What's good? What's happening? What happening? Wednesday night, no strings attached. We in the building, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Them damn fools is back again. What's up, everybody? Hope you having a good week so far. Thank you for rocking with us per usual. Hit that thumbs up button on your way in or on your way out. It's totally up to you. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, man. We do this every Wednesday night. Plus, we got the shorts, we got the videos. You can always go and check out that archive. A lot of old content, some old interviews, some good interviews, man. We got all types of artists. We got leaders. We got a Umar interview. I think everybody got a Umar interview. We got a Umar interview in there. You can check
Yeah,
out.
everybody ain't able.
But we got one, you dig? So you can go check
Exactly.
hop in on that and check that out, man. We appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, and while you're there, hit that bell icon. That way you get notified when we go live or when we drop new content. Everybody say what's up to the panel, man. You know who it is. We wait on the ladies per usual, so we don't know who's gonna pull up. But everybody say what's up to cousin Torian. What up, Torian?
Excuse me. What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy to be here as always. Let's get ready. Let's talk this ish.
You dig? Let's go. And it's his day today. July 9th. What up, my guy?
Happy July 9th, y'all. It's a beautiful day. It's the day I came into the planet 30 years ago. Like, wow, three decades into this bitch. And I've learned a lot. And I feel like I'm less dull now. So that's on the bright side. Like, seriously, as you can see, I'm much more moisturized these days. But that's 30. We're just embracing it. We're taking the good with the bad. Hello. Happy Wednesday.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm much more moisturized. You know what's crazy? We don't want to go back to the Diddy thing because we talked about it last week and week before. But when you said moisturize, that's all I could think about now.
More
It-
oil,
it-
more oil, more oil.
and it's crazy because we gotta since this whole Diddy trial started. I promise you, I don't know if it's subconscious. I don't know if I'm just a goofball. I have not touched the baby oil that we got in our damn. I use. I just look at it. I just look at it and shake my head when I see it. Now I don't want it. I just think that if I put some on, people gonna look at it like, man, you're a little shiny. I want to be putting on baby oil. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro. I
People
don't
need
need.
that. People need that baby oil for real.
Yeah, I want to know with through Johnson and Johnson, did the baby oil stocks go up or down? That's what I want to know. What do y'all do? Do you think people went out and copped, or you think people said, you know what, I'm cool?
I feel like people went to college, especially because it was like not just baby oil, but heated oil. If he was heating up oil, I feel like I might want to try that too a couple nights. So
Hilarious.
I think it was a great advertisement for the company.
I'm with you. Let's do something different tonight, man. We usually go to our birds of the week to start off the show. We're gonna catch some birds later on. I want to jump right into this tonight. Um, titled the show Invisible Lines, right?
Mhm.
When women don't speak to men. And I guess you can flip it, you know what I'm saying, depending on what vantage point you want to come at it from. But this we started talking about this in our group chat, and I'll
Mhm.
play the TikTok here in a minute that kind of went semi-viral. Had people kind of talking about a scenario, and it's always interesting for me. You know me, I'm a married man, so I don't. Not that I'm just like a deaf mute, but I don't go around just if I see somebody in the thing, hey, we're passing by in a store, it's a quick, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. But I think a lot of guys were saying that like, hey man, you're seeing women and you try to speak to them and like women aren't acknowledging and they walking off and hitting you with the beatbox. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I saw a lot of women commenting on it. So y'all want to go to the video first? Should we do that? Should we play the TikTok?
Yeah, play the
Play the
video.
TikTok. Let's play the TikTok first. And y'all can jump in the chat as well, man. Let me know what y'all think. Now this is an older brother. This is definitely somebody damn uncle. That jumped out off the porch. Let's hear what he got to say though. Talking about something that happened to him in the store.
Progress about some groceries for next week.
Can everybody hear that all right? I
And
know it's a little low. Can y'all hear it?
Barely.
Barely. I know it was low. It's low on my end too. I'm trying to see. Can I turn anything up? Let me see. Start it over. He whispered in his car.
Maybe it's him, right?
so I just came out of
Oh, that's
Progress
better.
about some groceries for
Oh
next
wait, no,
week.
it's not.
And I've got a question. God has had me in this period of isolation these last few months. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss the memo. So, what is it with a lot of, I said a lot of, many of, not all of them, black women in the grocery store? You look them right in the face and you say hello, and they act like you didn't say anything. Am I missing something, or is there a memo that I did not hear about? This is Dr. Dex.
All right. Doc said that he been on a bit of a chill. He ain't know what's going on in these streets, so he tried to see is this a new move. What's up, Shay? We see you out here in the chat, Shay. What up?
Hey Shay.
Let us know, Shay. Is this what you doing? The brothers in the store they say hello, and you just that's the face they making. The face
There's
Victoria.
another guy that's a doctor that's of that demographic, that same age group that be like, yeah, this is doctor, whatever. I'm like, why do they introduce themselves in that video as such? Like, that's so interesting. Like, hey, this is doctor. Like, okay, hi.
They don't work
But
to a damn degree. They gonna say that shit.
right at the end of the day, it's like, don't get this shit twisted.
No, put some respect on my name. It's Doctor Ash. um, no, it was. I was reading some of the comments. And he was like, his old ass don't realize that like they got AirPods in their ears, like they didn't hear him.
Oh, that's funny.
I was cracking up. Oh, I don't know, people was chewing him up, and it wasn't until Naomi had posted in our group chat. She said, so I was like, oh, damn, maybe I didn't think about it like that. uh, but still, I don't know. I think it's a lot of factors that play into it, and majority is that like if you with some men, most men, like how he was trying to say, not all, most, men will like kind of like harass women, like they get him a little inch and they go a mile, like so they be like hi, and then they try to follow you up and keep talking like no, I think I'm trying to grocery shop, trying to get up out of here. I'm not trying to have no huge conversation. I'm not trying to converse with you, like so. I mean, it's just that factor too, like, and then I mean, not to be saying he ugly, but like if you how you look, you sir, like it's, I'm not going. You like if you're in the grocery store like a bum, I'm like, what? I know this motherfucker ain't talking to me. I know this nigga ain't disrespecting me like this.
A couple wet wipes, case a bum try to touch me. Ew.
Right, ew, like so it's all I don't know, but I do think that like damn, like it ain't it's nothing wrong with just like saying hi.
Let's look at some of the comments. Let's go to some of the comments on TikTok you was talking about, Torian. Let's see what we got. I can't blow it up on my side. Let me see. I'll just read some of them. Oh, brother, we breathe. It's an issue. Why is it always us? Why can't black women be left alone? Y'all scary. You're questioning women, but not questioning the behavior of men toward women. Sir, leave people alone. There you go. You are not owed a reaction or response from a stranger. Hope this helps. We don't have to speak to anyone. There you go. Because most of the time, that hello gets you into an unwanted conversation. There you go. So that's just a couple. We'll just go there.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few.
I think those comments are they are pretty harsh and fucked up. But I do feel like, to be honest, from what I've seen with my own two eyes, no shade to nobody that's watching, but there's just like a certain demographic of black women on TikTok that's like she might fit the diary of a mad black woman. Like she might just be. And I feel like that's who's commenting right there. But I don't feel like that represents most black women. But clearly some black women do feel that way. But I mean, I think that's pretty harsh. I do. But I do feel like at the end of the day, if you don't want to talk to somebody, what could you do? You can't force somebody to talk to someone. But I think we could be friendlier more. I'll go for like a walk on my break every morning at 9, like around my little townhome. And like I see this same like lady that's probably like around our age. She's no younger than 27, definitely not older than like 31. But she like clearly goes for a walk at the same time I see her. But we always say hi, like always speak, and it's always good vibes. I would say if anything, it's black dudes. Like when I come across other black dudes don't speak. Anybody else pretty much speaks. Like if it's Asian dude, white girl, anybody, you pretty much say hi. But when I pass other black dudes, I always try to be like the one to be like, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. But they're just so focused and not here to talk to nobody. So, but like, I just feel like overall that energy can exist. Some people just don't be here to talk to people, but some people are. So if you recognize someone's not saying hi, what do you do? We can like tackle them, like bitch, I said hi, and then you become the crazy one. So it's just like take your L's and your W's where you can.
No, and I can agree with that too, because it's what I go to. Damn, I can't talk. I go on my walks as well, and it's always this black lady I see, and she ironically reminds me of my mother a lot. Um, but like she always speaks to me, like, and she was the one who initiated it. And now like she'll talk to me. This other older lady, she Hispanic, she talks to me. And I'll be having my AirPods on, so I'll be like, can't really hear what they be saying. I'll just be like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
I keep it pushing because I be trying to walk fast, you know. I don't be trying to talk. But it is this one older black man. And like, the black man thing, we do like the head nod, like,
Yeah.
to him, he was like staring me down. So I'm like, okay, like, and he didn't acknowledge me at all. He just like staring at me. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, oh, that don't get beat up. I get mad.
Right. Just trying to be nice.
Right. I'm not trying to be nice. Show some southern hospitality. And like, nigga, you not reciprocating that.
No, but in that you do have to leave space for everybody. Everyone deserves the space. So whether that's somebody that's like here to be like open and friendly or not, like if someone's just not, whether that's like the day they're having or if that's just who they are, like you just you have to leave space for people like that. And you just note it. So like next time you definitely
Exactly.
keep your energy to yourself pretty much.
It's weird though because I was trying to look for it. I had just saw a video on IG, literally I think like yesterday, where it was a young black lady who she posted talking about, is it the way I look? Because I know I'm not an ugly girl, but like, I be out and like nobody be talking to me. Like men don't even be saying nothing to me. So it's like, I know the women say whatever they can't win, but sometimes the brothers feel like we can't win. Because if we don't approach women, you got black women out here that's saying, brothers don't be approaching me. Now, I'm not going to go with Torian and say that the woman didn't look good because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because Torian is out here, how she look, right? But I'm saying though, you got people, you see it all the time on social media where women are like, man, black men, they don't be approaching me. They be scared to come talk to me. And then you get this where you got other people saying, well, y'all approach. So it's just such a mixed signal out there. And I know, it could go both ways. So I understand what the women are saying that like that one little, hey, what's up, can turn into, but hey, you don't got to, hey, man, hey, I'm in a hurry. Hey, nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. Now, if he continues on from there, now that's just weird. You know what I'm saying? You might need to call the authorities. I don't know the tech. And hopefully brothers ain't moving like that, right? But like a head nod, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? But if you're keeping it pushing, if you're just replying, you know what I'm saying what's up, hey, hi back, quick smile, and you're keeping it pushing, I think that's the end of the interaction. That kind of is the signal, right? Like to me, unless the hey, how you doing is like a little bit more extras on it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
But we also don't even know like how his interaction went, because he could just be like blowing it up when it wasn't even nothing. Like the lady probably didn't even hear him, and he just like, why don't that motherfuckers talk? Like they don't say hi. Like I don't know what the interaction was, 'cause I'm pretty sure like I feel like all like people respect the elder. So I feel like if somebody, an older black man, was to say hello to me, I would say hello, no matter what my day is going. I'll be like,
Yeah, but you're a friendlier person than most people.
yeah, but not always. Though. It means some
but
days
let me
But
ask you this though: is it?
overall, some people are never friendly. Like they don't even have a
yeah.
friendly bond.
But let me ask you this though, and hey, I would love to hear Stan jump in on this topic as well, Stan, about women not, have you ever had any issues with like, just a lot of black women out here now are saying, if you speak, we don't got to necessarily speak back. I'll play the video again here in a minute. But how about, he is an older gentleman, and older men are just, the older crowd, they got a different lingo. So a lot of the older dudes, they don't just say, hey, it's they might put a sweetie on the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Or, that type of shit. But that's just how older dudes talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially the women. You know what I mean? Can that make it more uncomfortable for a woman? I guess is the question,
And
right?
some people like were raised different. It's like if
Right,
people were
right.
raised to not speak to strangers or like you ain't got no business talking to random people, then like that's just how
Hold
you
on,
is.
you 30 years old and you not speak. Okay, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Well,
No,
if
that's the
because no, if
feeling
that's at your
to
foundation, like
it.
if that's
Right.
at your foundation, because for me, I was raised to like speak to people. Like I was raised with like period. When someone speaks to you, boom, you speak, you acknowledge. So that's just my perspective. But I could see how somebody was like, okay, don't talk to random assholes that you don't know. And if you do that for a lifetime, then like, what makes you think at 30 you're gonna wake up and be like, oh, let me start talking to random ass people? Like, no, you're still gonna pretty much be like side eyeing random people that's trying to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because I do understand the whole. I guess here's the thing though. So is every time that a man says hi to a woman, is he trying to holler? Is that what we're saying?
Potentially.
I just don't know. Yeah, so it's like, why run the risk?
But see, y'all get on me for saying that kind of stuff because y'all, first of all, Torian, that was crazy. Torian said, "Why take the risk?" That's crazy. But that was crazy.
No, it's not, Mr. Risky.
That was crazy. He said,
You
"Why take
risky?
the
I
risk?"
mean, everybody else is.
But no, I'm saying though, like
Right.
y'all get on me and tell me all the time, "Hey, not everybody has those intentions. People are just trying to be friendly." I was the one who was saying that don't exist. Y'all told
You
me.
what? No, you probably talking about a different setting.
No, this is what I'm talking about right here. Men and women. Y'all, so you trying to tell me that man just can't be friendly without no other intentions? He just want to say he just passing through you on the canned goods aisle. He just saying hello. Y'all are in Whole Foods. He's just saying hello as he, you know what I'm saying, goes and gets what he gonna get. That's it. And he just
He probably
noticed.
get creepy. He probably like seen the lady a few times and then said something. So to her, it's like this nigga been following me. Like what the fuck?
It's
Like,
a small store. Let's play it one more time for the people
yeah.
that just kind of came in. Let's play my man one more time. Oh, head man, he trying to get some understanding on what's the game I heard. He said he been in seclusion. The Lord then had him doing some thought, and he trying to figure it out.
So I just came out of Kroger's to buy some groceries for next week. And I've got a question. God's had me in this period of isolation these last few months. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss the memo. So what is it with a lot of, I said a lot of, many of them, not all of them, black women in the grocery store, you look them right in the face and you say hello and they act like you didn't say anything. Am I missing something, or is there a memo that I did not hear about?
Now that definitely, now that I'm listening to it again, that definitely could be the AirPod thing. That they ain't that he ain't. Now that I'm listening, because he like you looked them dead in the face. Yeah, but if you might be looking at me, but I'm listening to this and I ain't even. I'm looking over here. You're looking at me, but I'm not looking at you, Johnny
Yeah.
Ray.
Yeah, I need to know his whole interaction because it's
Yeah,
just
he looked like his name is Doctor Who.
I don't know.
Doctor
But it also he said like I
Doctor
don't
Dex.
like how he tried to make it see because he said I just came out and it's like the first time
What
I
do you
come
mean you
out.
got some coordination?
So this gentleman is going.
Yeah.
Play bitch will you get
I
eliminated?
what this one about?
Mhm.
He probably know his mic on. But like he just come into like he said like I just came out of
If she
seclusion.
fuck me good, I take that ass to Red Lobster.
You
If she hit it right, I might put on a flight.
Okay, you put him on here. I don't know what's going on.
too. Shay said, "Wait a minute, was he in jail?" Right, that's why he probably was in jail. I just got out, and but he said he only said hi to woman. Like he like this is all black women. But if you just came out of, how's it all? If you just
He might live in a black neighborhood. It's a bunch of black women in Kroger. Black women love Kroger. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
that's crazy, black. No, but I like Shay said earlier. I feel like we confuse courtesy versus establishing boundaries, which is true. It's courtesy to speak, but not everyone has to be open to that. This is true. Like I don't know. This
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
thing on some other stuff. What do you say? Then if I tell my girl not to talk to dudes, Toya call me insecure because
There you go. Let me read that again. So Stan said, if I tell my girl not to talk to dudes, Torian called me insecure. Pick a side. I'm with Stan. This is what I'm saying.
different.
You see what I'm saying? Like I get
Maybe
confused.
that's what happened. Maybe that's why she didn't speak to him because her nigga told her. To speak to him. And now look at her, she getting a bad rap.
Let's get a woman's perspective. So it was several women that responded via TikTok. Let's hear her real quick. She looked like she with the bullshit.
She did.
When has the grocery store ever become some kind of meet and greet? That man got on here talking about something why black women don't want to speak in the grocery store. Listen, we don't owe y'all any type of conversations, okay? The only conversation that I need to be having is the cashier asking me, do I want to use cash, debit, or credit, okay? And the only time that I need a man to open up his mouth and say something to me if he's the bag boy loading up my groceries and he asks me, do I need help taking it to my car? Because yes, I do. Black women just want to come and grocery shop. This ain't no kind of social hour. And then if you do speak, you give them an inch, they take them out. They want to hold a whole doggone conversation. Look, do I look like Adele to you? Hello, it's me. God forbid a black woman just want to shop in peace and
Yeah, she got a ring on her finger.
You up there in the grocery store trying to buy you a dozen eggs, and you trying to figure out why eggs are almost $10, and next thing you know, you got a man.
Oh yeah, that's a promise ring. That's not on her ring finger. Yeah, because ain't nobody putting her. She's annoying. No, she's annoying. Here's the problem, Torian. Where do you meet women at? Or where do you meet men? Whatever your preference. Where do you meet these people at? Because some people say, well, you don't want to be in the club trying to meet somebody. That ain't really the space. So where do you meet people at? Like, I think the grocery store is a great place to meet somebody if you're single.
It all depends on if it's like what type of shopping am I doing? If I'm just like here, just walking around.
I know she was trying to be funny, Stan. She was doing a horrible job of it. And that's why I said she's just annoying.
But I mean, I would like to meet my person at the grocery store because that is kind of like the best.
Well, hold on, Torian. This whole last 15 minutes was pointless than what you just did. Now all of a sudden,
I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. That's the difference. When nigga talk to me, I'm gonna say hello. Because most likely that nigga just need a friend. But
hilarious.
I was just at they go hunt me down. I was just at Target.
No, we ain't supposed to be shopping at Target as black folks. Go ahead.
But they don't got this body wash nowhere else. I looked up Walmart, everything. It was only at Target, so I had to go. And I seen like 8 fine niggas in that motherfucker. I said, whoa, I need to start going to Target more. Like, what's these niggas at Target. Like, if y'all want them, like they at Target.
If y'all want them, they had Target. So was that the issue? Was that he was in Kroger and maybe he should have been at? So is Target a better place to say hi and try to hold a conversation versus Kroger? Is there a difference between?
You know what? After you say that, yeah, because like, or like like if we at HEB, like talk to me, like, cause I'm in this motherfucker spending money I don't need to be spending, like, so please distract me. But Kroger, I know what I'm here for. I'm trying to get these deals. This boop, boop, I'm in and out,
Kroger, I know what I'm here for.
If that's how he looked when he made this video right after that happened, then yeah. Like you all like little, crusty, dusty. He's like,
damn.
You trying to? No, I'm not trying to talk to you, granddaddy. Like I ain't looking for no sugar daddy. I ain't got no sugar to give.
Let's go to another black woman. Now she looks to be a little bit older, no disrespect to the other sister we just watched, and she does have much more makeup on than the other sister we just watched. Again, no disrespect. I'm just pointing out the obvious. But here's what she got to say in response to the good doctor.
I'm trying to figure out why this old man is complaining about black women not speaking to him at the grocery stores.
So I just came out of Kroger's to buy some groceries for next week.
Because I'm not calling you doctor. You don't even know if you're a real doctor. So your name is Dex over here. First of all, black men have told us repeatedly that the white woman is your peace. Okay, so that's what we're giving. We're giving you that peace. We're leaving you alone so you can continue to have that peace that you say.
Okay, yeah, we're done with her. I'm not listening to her anymore. See, she don't make. First of all, on her thing it says proud black woman. Now she's talking about black men told us that white women are her peace. So that doesn't make sense. Don't talk to me about what black men said white women are their peace. Well, I'm speaking to you, goofball. I'm trying to get to know your little goofy self, but this is the way you acting, see? She finna
No,
make
there's
me.
an echo chamber on TikTok. You gotta watch them. Like that's the echo chamber type of a woman. Like they just bounce off each other and like,
And
but you
that's why
gotta
I
just
don't be
let
on
them do that. You can't
TikTok.
even try to
Torian got me
infiltrate
on
that.
TikTok today. I don't be on there. This is
You can't even
Torian's
try
fault.
to infiltrate that energy because they just bounce off each other. Like they, or, that's a she man woman, he man woman man she
He-Man
man
Woman Haters Club, yeah.
she man hater.
Yeah, because that didn't make no sense. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, okay. But
Yeah.
just to get back though, my wife is a black woman and she's out and about. You know what I mean? And me and Lionel, we've had these conversations before on the show about like, hey, people approach your lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the, how's the interaction going? And I would obviously, man, if men are gonna approach women if they're out by themselves. We're gonna play Jonathan Majors here in a second. He had to hold it down. I told y'all that man eating them Dippin' Dots wasn't holding it down. Jonathan Majors held it down. Anyway,
I like different.
but there's a way I think that you can handle all of this stuff, man. Now again, we're not talking about creeps because there is no protocol for somebody that's just gonna be a creep and follow you around the store or keep asking you over and over for stuff. There's no protocol for that. Those are dusty Negroes. I'm not here to defend or talk about dusty Negroes or dusty behavior. I'm just talking about simply, I'm walking through there. We're walking past the same aisle. As black folks, I would hope as black people in 2025 that we can speak to one another and say hello, just simply hello. Hey brother, how you doing? Hey sis, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing. That's it. We can't do that without alternative motives.
Most people are gone.
Come on, man. What we doing?
Right, wake it up, Roy. Because I would love that, but I mean,
as black people though, that's what I'm saying. As black folks, we can't just. Come on, man. Come on, we gotta stop.
Yeah, y'all unfriendly ones need to become more friendly. Because I still will just say hi. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I was younger and I was here, people were more friendlier. But I feel like I don't know.
When you were younger and in Texas, or
yeah,
okay. And to be fair, I feel like Houston is not as friendly as San Antonio either. Because I know when I was in San Antonio, it was totally different. I guess people in Houston it's still Texas and still South Texas, but it's not like San Antonio. Like San Antonio is extremely friendly, if you ask me. I mean,
are you talking
on
in
one hand,
general, or are you saying the black
yeah,
population?
in general. But I guess if I were to say like the black population, the advantage is the black population in San Antonio is so small, you probably know the person that you're saying hi
You know
to.
what's funny? So I'm the opposite, right? So I'm a native Houstonian that moved to San Antonio, and I always tell folks I've lived in every major city in Texas: Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas, Houston. I done lived all over Texas. I done lived in other states, right? Um, the most camaraderie or just the coolest black folks that I've seen per capita are in San Antonio. And I think it is because it's such a small population that we ain't even got the numbers to have the luxury to be out here doing a whole lot of beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I've ever met a black person in San Antonio, they've been super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like from the initial meet, like from the get, it was never like, no, it was just like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, what's up, man? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. It's instant chop up. Now I know a lot of time people are military, so they're used to traveling around and meeting new people too. So maybe that plays a bit of a role into it. I don't know. But I'm with you. I got the same
It's
sentiment.
true. And
Because
that's
Houston
like
is
the biggest compliment I get. Like
yeah.
seriously, which is crazy. The biggest compliment I get is like you were so genuine, and then also that like you don't. There's no strangers to you. Like the way you could just be so comfortable with everyone. How do you do that? I'm like it's just I can't even tell you. It's so natural. It's like second nature.
Cause I'm an H Town nigga. When I meet motherfuckers, if they a little too friendly, I get to being like, all right, nigga, what you want? You know what I mean? I get to side eye him up. But let me get my sister in here. I know she finna go off tonight. There she go. What up, sis? Naomi in the building. Everybody say what's up to Naomi.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome
Happy
home.
birthday. Happy birthday to my motherfucking brother. Hey,
Let's
oh
do
my
that
God,
one.
this is a
Let's do that
30 and
one.
up show now. Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh. Wow.
This
Y'all
is like
niggas
a
old.
we grown and
What y'all
sexy.
talking about? I'm only 28. What?
Y'all niggas grown. I got a full head of hair. I don't know what they talking about, Tori. These niggas weird. This shit
Right.
weird out here.
No, this is 100% a 30 plus. Like, sorry, the
Stan
20s.
trying
If
to
you
get
was a
back in the
fan
talk. Go ahead.
watching
Work
in
your
your
jelly,
20s,
Stan.
like
Okay,
now
talk
you
sorry.
can't watch no more if you're in your 20s. I was holding it down for the 20 somethings, but now, like, I don't know
You're
how you
just
gonna
gonna
get
be
in.
able to get a little higher perspective. Okay.
Like, how you gonna get in?
No, because they got so many years of you in your 20s. Let's see how it's gonna be, Lionel.
Right, right. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Yeah, we in here. So have you been? I don't know if you've been watching. I know you were doing your thing. So have you? Did you see the TikTok? Well, I know you saw it in the group chat. So let's just go. You already seen it. We played it a couple times already. What's your thoughts about it? Because I'm confused. Because Torian is talking about now. It's a difference between Kroger and Target. If I'm in Kroger, leave me alone. If I'm in Target, you can holler. Shit is weird out here now.
And HEB, don't forget HEB. You can
Oh,
holler.
and HEB. Apparently,
Kroger
so is Kroger the hood? When
I
did
didn't
Kroger?
so when I
is a
saw
little
the
raggedy.
video,
It is
and I
raggedy.
guess just because I was looking at like, okay, this is like a black man that's like an elder, right? When he just talked about like speaking, I didn't get the like that it was like he's trying to speak so he could holler at someone, right? Like I don't think he was
I don't think it was that
talking
either.
about, I don't think he was talking about that way. And I feel like, that's something that could be said, like maybe somebody really trying to like get at you, get your number at the grocery store. But somebody telling you hi, and especially like one of my people, like a black person,
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna say hi. Like I'm definitely gonna say, like, even, I walk by all the time and people will be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, boom. Like that's all there has to be. Because when I was going through the comments, and it was so many, I didn't find one comment that like agreed with him, or like they were all like, we don't have to talk to you. Like you're not entitled to a hi back, or like we don't. And when we say hi, then you want our number and all this stuff. And I'm like, whoa, there's like a lot to unpack there. And I'm like, maybe that's like TikTok energy. Like I'm not on TikTok, so I'm like, maybe this is like the youngin like TikTok energy.
It is.
But I grew up in the South. Like even when I go back home to Arkansas, everybody speaks to each other. I'm like, but it's also like a smaller town and there's more community there. So like you're walking in the grocery store, you're walking down the street, like you're wherever, like you're passing a person, like they're gonna acknowledge you. And so I think
My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I think, there's a bit of a lack of humanity there, but also people have been stuck behind screens for so long. Like look at them, all these niggas commenting back to his shit, but wouldn't say hi to him in a grocery store. Like, real talk. The comments, but you can't even say.
Now look, that's what encouraged this. That's what encouraged this painting a couple years ago.
No, and that's what
I was feeling like these hoes was weird. People were telling me I was the friendly one, and I was like, okay, bitches. Hat down, bitch. I'm incognito, but I needed
Put it back
that.
up one more time. Put it back up. Let me see one more time.
Show the art. Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
We
so
are.
This was me. I was actually at my favorite restaurant in San Antonio at Hotel Emma, and like I was having breakfast, and I was alone for so long, and but then finally my waitress like approached me, and we had a good conversation. But this is how I was feeling. Like I needed humanity. I was recognizing that like things was just changing, and that was probably like let me see. That was like 2021 or 2022. And I'm like, shit's changing. And like, people don't just talk the same and experience each other the same. I was realizing everybody was on their phone. This when I had my Mac, like, as my life. Like, I was walking around the world with my MacBook. And then, but everybody else was on their phone. No one would even make eye contact. So I was like, we were missing the humanity in people.
No, and that's kind of like what I was feeling like, okay, this is kind of like where the issue stems from. And like, and I understand because like a lot of women were in the comments like saying, you can't just say hey to everybody, or like, we don't know, or y'all don't expect white men to do this. And I'm like, for one, I don't like when black people say that, because like, I don't give a fuck what white people are doing. Like dead ass, like we're not on the same type of time frequency, like history. So it's like, we don't need to be like, y'all don't ask white women to, like, I don't care. Like, I don't know what is going on over there. Like, we're talking right here. And then it was like, I don't know. It was just given just a lot of craziness. I couldn't
Yes, take your shot, Tori.
believe I
Don't
could not
worry.
believe what I was seeing, and like I don't know.
Yes, take those shots. Take those shots.
Cheers for Lionel.
Yes, and this is my first time having like some alcohol on my show in a minute. But yeah, it was just strange to me because I definitely would say hi, especially like this is like an elder too. Like, and if it was something like, let's say maybe he did want to like talk to me or like have a conversation, and whether it's like have a conversation or maybe it's like a conversation like where he's trying to get at me or get my number. Like once it gets to that point, like there's ways to navigate and to like shut that down, right? And but yeah, it was crazy because I'm just like, women, like they'll feel like they aren't protected by Black men. But it's like, how will you ever be able to feel that if you can't even like say hi? And I'm like, and if somebody like saying hi to you puts you in such like high alert that you feel, I'm like, y'all need help. That's what I was thinking. I need to like, y'all need therapy. Like you need professional help. Like on that fucking white chick.
And I don't even know if it's
You
possible.
should comment.
I'm like, I feel like they're so
And
far
I
gone.
almost did, but I was like, fuck it. No. I'm like, I'm not even gonna.
Because there's no help in that at this point. I feel like there's no saving them.
Yeah, it's
Seriously.
because it was like so many.
That
Like,
one
I
comment
say,
like 2 weeks, you know. She gonna have like 40,000 likes. She gonna always be getting notifications.
Cool.
Naomi, she would have commented.
Oh yeah.
She was like the only one that's
I would
probably
have never seen him. I would have seen it like in the 2 months later
right.
on TikTok. Like, oh, if I would have even known how to go to the notifications.
No, I mean that's with TikTok too, because like you'll be getting likes forever. Like I'm still getting likes off of comments I had like 2 years ago. I'm like, this shit is like at 100K right now. I'm like, oh my god, like make it stop. Like you can't turn them off, so it's like you just gonna keep it. But no, but yeah, after you, like I said earlier before you got here, I was like, damn, I didn't think about it the way you had said in our group chat. I was like, wow, because I was just like, he just leave him alone. Like, I'm like, why is he even bad? Like, you know, but I'm like, yeah. But then I also didn't think about like how I am. Like, if somebody does speak to me, I just be like, hey, and I just keep it moving. Like,
no, it's so simple and easy, like to really recognize like there's another life right here. Cause I think you know, that's where the lack of humanity is. You know, that's why Namaste is so beautiful. Like to recognize the light that shines in you also shines in them. Like to recognize like, okay, we're both alive, we're both like walking through life. And you can acknowledge. And so I'm not the friendliest person. So I'm not somebody who just sparks up a conversation. I may not be the one that always says hi first, but I am polite. Like I'm not that friendly, but I am polite. So where it's like, I'm not gonna ignore your ass right in your face. Like for what? Like what would I get out of that? And it kind of made me think about something that happened like years ago. I was up at the spot, you know, shout out Third Ward in Houston. I was up at the spot years ago, and I was outside smoking, and you know, when I'm smoking, that's probably when I'm my friendliest, right? And so it was just like these random older guys that were out there, and they were like talking to me, and we were having a conversation. One of the guys ended up being very spiritually enlightened, and that's when I was like kind of first coming into my spirituality, and I was like, oh wow, there are really other people like that are on this, and so like we have really got into a deep conversation. And at the end of it, he was like, yeah, like, so there's no reason that like you as a Black woman, when I see you or you see me like that, you can't, you know, that we can't speak to each other or like recognize each other and know that like, okay, like these are the people that can assist you and like be your help. Like if you really want support out here, why wouldn't you say hey or like recognize, you know? So absolutely. I think it's like the energy doesn't match as far as like what I've seen in the comments and like how women would like to be treated by men and to be in like community with men. But of course, there's so much healing that needs to happen there. And so, yeah, I don't know if it was just like the TikTok crowd, because I could see it kind of just being like.
It really is. There's like, no help with them.
I need to be in the South with some grandparents. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
No, they're a scary bunch, I'll tell you.
Because it
That's
costs
why
you
he took this shit
nothing
to the wrong platform. He should have took that shit to Facebook, but he probably would have got AF on Facebook too.
It costs you nothing just to say hello, man. And again, we're not, I said this before you came on, Naomi, we're not talking about dusty Negroes, because we know there are dusty Negroes out there, right? That just do dusty stuff. We ain't talking about that. Somebody that you say hi, now they want to go, they want to see what alley you going down, try to come down. Okay, that's just a dusty Negro doing too much, right? We get it, right? But we just talking about somebody that just says hello. In 2025, as Black people, if we can't see each other and say hello and just have a brief, half a millisecond of camaraderie, then like that's some sad shit. You know what I'm saying? We can't have that little brief little, hey, you know what I'm saying? Boom. That's it. So yeah, Torian talked about the man's looks and all kinds. Torian was going crazy before you came on. Torian was ODing. This nigga said, look at him. I said, oh God.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But what does it matter what he looked like?
I asked Torian.
If it's some bum, I'm like, what? Ooh, what?
See, Torian's
Like,
wild.
even if it's a bum, why you can't say hi to a bum?
Torian said, oh no.
Plus, he finna ask me for some change.
No, it's like if you don't have change, and if you don't have change, it's well within your right to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help you right now.
Torian said, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Well, that's me speaking from if I was a woman experience. If an old man speak to me, I'm like, hello, and I'm gonna keep
hello, sir. Hello, Johnny Ray.
Like,
Johnny Ray, how you doing?
Young man, but like, cause it was crazy. It was like this dude I had seen in my apartment complex, and he was younger, but he was walking by, and like, he waved and spoke. Like I was sitting on my porch, and he was just walking. Yeah, like, yeah, hilarious. Like, yeah, like. I feel like that's if we really want to get into a space where we can like be building community and like be able to like rely and trust people, you have to be open up for a hike. So I'm just like, if y'all are so triggered off a high, I'm like, y'all just need like.
Let me ask you, Naomi, because you mentioned this a bit ago. Is that just some Southern shit though? Because I think anywhere in the South, if you like, if you go to wherever we all grew up at, and everybody's sitting outside, whenever somebody ride by, they always chunk up the dudes, they wave, you know what I'm saying? If people are sitting outside, people always acknowledge each other. Like nobody just like rides by in the South and like don't acknowledge a motherfucker that's outside, you know what I'm saying? Or just that's like you're gonna pass by or interact with everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's where the chunking up the deuce whole thing came from. Because I might not have time to say what's up, but I'm coming by, hey, you know what I'm saying? Throw that deuce and we out. All right, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I see so many comments. So yeah, I do think being from the South can kind of play into it, especially when you're coming from like a smaller town. I think with like when you get into bigger cities, things can become kind of more disjointed and removed. But I have seen comments that were like, okay, but are you saying hi to men? I'm like, men speak to each other like all the time.
Like, I did see that comment, and you're right. Are you?
Dorian, like include me, goddamn it.
Because he ain't speaking to the men. No. Them niggas don't be speaking to me.
Well, hold on. Speaking of speaking, goddamn it, this is gonna piggyback on a conversation we had last week when I told y'all about the actress from not Power. What is she on? I forgot what show she on now.
I think he said it was like the book
Raising Canaan.
Oh
yeah, Raising Canaan.
Yeah, there you go. And so here go Jonathan Majors. He had to hold it down. This is how you react when somebody doing too much. Because his lady, he's with Megan Good. She's an actress. You know what I'm saying? So they taking pictures with fans. Fans are coming up. Yeah, but fans are doing too much.
Beautiful in person, just to let you know, yeah.
Just I'm a freak out after.
Can I get a picture too?
Yeah.
Possibly like a number, if that's fine.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I said like a number.
Whose number?
Her
My number? No, this is my man.
Why don't you go Google something, bro?
Oh, I didn't know.
Actually,
beautiful. Her
My number? No, this is my man.
why don't you go Google something, bro?
Go Google something.
My number? No, this is my man.
This is my man. That nigga said, why don't you go Google something, bro? Fuck you doing, nigga?
No,
you
that's
mean?
good. He was trying to be funny. And he lucky. Look, he
Yeah,
lucky. Um,
yeah,
what's
that's how you get your ass. Well, this is how you get your ass whooped. That's all I'm saying. It's
no,
just how
for
you get
that's
your
what I'm
ass
saying.
Like,
Like,
you know, he ain't got much to lose these days. So.
hilarious.
he trying to rebuild that. He got something to lose. Like, he like, I can't fuck you up. I will fuck you up if I went in this place I'm in right now. I would have fucked your ass up.
Right. Nigga, the fuck?
So we
Yeah,
trying to
I
do
mean,
him back in Marvel. I need him back in MCU.
do you?
We really do. We really do. I'm so sad that we were robbed. That white woman robbed us.
Right.
And they probably sent her to do exactly that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here y'all go. He was with her way before then. He had been with that woman for a while.
And they
They were playing the long game.
They
Yeah,
got
it's a long game.
Or she just
they
got
were
a
like,
check. She got a good check. That's a paid buy.
facts.
A paid
He
move.
for agent.
Hey.
No, I was
Hey.
thinking about that episode when we were talking about him. He was just so popping. Like, I'll never forget that episode that we had an episode about him because he was so popping. And he was like on this magazine cover. He like
Oh no, I
just
was
did this
talking about it.
movie.
I said he was looking a little zesty, but go
And
ahead.
like
I
that shit
remember
just
that.
complete like it just completely flipped. Now he look like right here on the and now he's like it's crazy. It's just crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Let me ask y'all: are y'all supporting? Are y'all? Is anybody in the chat on the show? Are y'all supporting the brother over at Red Lobster? He trying. That Negro is trying.
First of all, I've always supported Red Lobster anyway, but now I really do love everything they got going. I really support it, stand behind it.
So you been?
Yeah.
They got the seafood boils now. That's the big thing. The seafood
I haven't had the
boils.
seafood boil though, but the food is on another level though. He took that shit
So
out.
some people were doing some reviews of the seafood boil. They were saying it was mid, it was dry, wasn't no seasoning. So hold on, he just dropped this today. He out here, he's listening
working.
on the internet, and so here's what he said. Let's go.
Hello, Lobster Nation. Demola here. We dropped our new seafood boils, and you guys really, really, really showed up. We appreciate all the love and all the excitement. Also, we heard you in the comments. You want even more heat, you want even more flavors. So we're turning it up with your choice of original, spicy, and extra spicy. Me, I'm going with the extra spicy and adding a new flavor as well. Old Bay and Parmesan. Want to add sausage? We've got you. You can do it all now at Red Lobster. And finally,
That's right.
shout out to the teams, our servers, managers, chefs, and operators who were able to make all of these changes happen in just 1 week. Stay hungry, keep commenting, and we'll keep cracking.
There you go. Shout out to him. That's how you do it.
No, they are really doing good.
Go ahead, black man. Wow.
Give him his tens.
No,
his
for
tens.
real. Like, he finna make me cry. Like, that is.
Damn, Tori. This old sensitive ass nigga.
Tori said, I got to log out. I'm at it.
This is too much. This is too much black excellence.
Tori said, I'm proud of you. I'm proud.
I'm in the overload right now. Like, what? And he
No,
fine.
but it was dope, though. That, like,
It was that good. Like, damn. What?
But it's dope though, because that was the criticism of the seafood boil. A lot of people said that, man, ain't really no seasoning. It ain't really this is kind of bland. Hey, you listen? Okay, cool. Let's turn it up. We got 3 different flavors. We're gonna add some different stuff. That's what you're supposed to do. So shout out to him. He's listening. He's clearly a young. I think he's not even 40. I don't think. How old is he?
Yeah, I don't remember his age, but I know
I think he's
he
in
was
his 30s.
partnering with some company before this that was tanking, and he brought them back up too. So like he does this is his shit.
Yeah, he's.
Okay, he on his Olivia Pope fixing.
He
shit.
really is the restaurant Olivia Pope.
Consider it handled.
For real.
Oh, y'all want more seasoning? Consider it handled.
He gets to the bottom of shit. He gets to the bottom of it.
He's 36 years old.
And he
Wow.
Nigerian.
That's because when he said his name, I was feeling like it had to be African.
Yeah, Demola. I don't know how to say that last name. Shout out to him. Start with an A.
Demola.
Shout out to him for real.
But like what he's doing is what, especially a company like Red Lobster who had started the bankruptcy filings and closing stores, stuff like that. You bring him in, and now he's the first thing he did. Shout out to him, because we're gonna get to Carnival Cruises in a minute. But the first thing he did was said, we got seafood boils and we got happy hours now. We finna start serving drinks to you Negroes, and we got these seafood boils. I know what y'all want, goddamn it. Come on, come get it. You there?
Well, that's how you keep up for real. How
I'm with
do
you.
it?
No,
Because
he was
that's the
spot on.
problem. That even when I was going there before they made that move, because we went there right before they hired him, and the food was just like bland. The experience was like, and I was just like, damn, maybe this is my last time coming here. But like they literally brought him in at the right fucking time. It couldn't have been
Right.
better timing because they should be so bland, and you can't be promoting lobster when everybody in today's age is doing this shit. Like they're juicing their shit up. They're coming up with all kinds of ways to juice that crab up. The juicy crab, for instance, right off the highway. The juice Nas loves the juicy crab. He don't even fuck with Red Lobster. But growing up for me, Red Lobster was the juicy crab. Like I would be
Yeah,
so happy
Oh,
to be
for
able to
real.
go. When my parents would take us to Red Lobster, I'd be gagged. I'm like, oh shit. But like
man.
they just have to keep
Yeah.
up. Happy hour is important. Good
Yes.
cocktail menu and some good juicy crab.
Yeah, man. It was to your point, Lionel. I'm glad you said that because like the biggest part of my childhood, I knew my pops did good that paycheck or that month or whatever. If we all was going to Red Lobster that Friday or that Saturday night, I knew it was up. Oh, we up right
I
now.
know,
The
me
family
too.
is
I'm like,
up.
we good. I'm
Yeah, we up.
good.
Yeah.
Me too. I
We
feel the
going to
same way.
what? Red Lobster is
Oh,
I'm
up.
like, let me get my shit. Come on.
is it tax season? What's going on?
For real. Okay, I'm on the way.
Yeah, it's up. My mom, she would make me wear a collar to Red Lobster. Goddamn it, go put your shirt on with the collar on. Well, yeah, the
No, you
one.
did have to dress up a little nicer back then.
Yeah, don't be coming here with no damn with the little speed racer t-shirt on. Go put the other goddamn shirt on. Yeah, we going to Red Lobster tonight. Shit,
Yeah.
we ain't going. Shit, yeah, let's get it
And they
up.
fell up, but they had a hard fall because they was like that. They was like that at one
Yeah.
point, but then they fell hard.
Is he gonna? Here's the question: is he gonna get Beyonce to come in and do the? You know, is she gonna? Because she had the what's the lyric?
I was literally thinking about that.
They
They
gonna
gotta
have
get-
to.
I'll take his ass to Red.
Now they definitely got to recoup some more before they can afford to.
I'm like,
But you
shit.
know, she's hella pro-black. She just might do it.
She just might do it if you ask, right? You sometimes you gotta ask, like you know.
Yeah, it's gotta be the right way, you know.
You got an ass and had a bag, so like they would still definitely need to have a fun.
You might need a percentage of the of Red Lobster.
Right.
They're going
Be a
to
silent
announce that
now,
Beyonce now owns.
She's like, pay me in equity.
Right, pay me in equity.
They're going to announce Beyonce is the new spokeswoman for Red Lobster, and she now owns 10% of the franchise of the company.
But that alone would get bitches to go to Red Lobster.
No, that
No,
was
it really would though. It really would.
crazy.
It would turn
Y'all
Red
see
Lobster
these
around
Cowboy
to
Carter
Bella.
tour numbers? It'd be at least half of that going to Red
Yeah,
Lobster.
I'm like, yeah, the niggas go crazy for anything Beyonce, so it will for sure pull it in.
Yeah, and like for her to say that in a song was already. I was like, yo, she's so that was such a dope lyric. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, that's the Red Lobster. God damn it. There you go. I
Wait,
warned y'all.
before we move on, while we're on Black
Go ahead.
Excellence, I want to shout out Angel Reese, who's gonna be on the cover of 2K.
Shout out to Angel Reese.
Because that's fucking wild to me. Like I thought it was AI at first.
Why
But
you think it's AI?
it's well, I saw it randomly. I
They
thought it
be
was
having
AI.
on.
Right, I was gonna say, is she the first woman?
No,
Look,
they
always
just
have
started
two covers.
doing like the WNBA 2K last year. That was like the
Yeah.
first one, and it was Asia Wilson who was on the
Yeah.
cover. But so now it's her this year, and when like obviously it could have been like Caitlin Clark, which I don't think it should have been Caitlin Clark if you ask me. But nonetheless, it's dope that she got that role, and then she debuted her like signature shoe on the cover too. At that, it was just like Black excellence around the board. I'd love to see that kind of shit.
No, wait, hold on. Speaking of Black excellence, hold on.
Shout out to Angel Reese.
Right,
That's
shout
my
out to
signature
Angel
shoe.
Reese.
Wow, they got signatures like wrestlers. I'm just kidding.
Hilarious.
Like signature moves.
Yeah.
Shout
I was
out to
always
Angel
thinking that if 2K could collab with WWE, because sometimes they be having me so fucked up on the game. I'm like, oh, I wish this could just turn this to WWE now. I can body slam this bitch.
He said it having me so fucked up.
Hey, speaking of Black excellence, your girl the
Yes.
author. Wait, how do I take the fucking
Hold on.
Damn,
I gotta hold on. Let me
Take your time. Take your time.
Take
Take
your
your
face.
time.
boom.
Cover your face
Oh,
up.
yeah.
There it is.
Boom. Golden Touch by Naomi Ellis. Your girl is a public
Oh, that's dope.
And that's such a beautiful cover. Like it looks
is.
so
Very,
so
very
good.
nice.
It did come out really good. I'm like, especially just you know how I am with the gold, so it had to.
It's
Where can
appealing.
we
Like
get it?
it
Hold on.
catches your eye.
Where can we get it at? Let us know where we can.
On Amazon, Golden Touch, Crafting Gold Field Jewelry at Home by Naomi Ellis, ebook and print book. So yeah, so go check me
Congratulations.
out. The print will officially be out this Friday. Ebook is already out, but yeah, so I am
Shout out.
officially an author. So yeah,
Yes, love.
That's so dope. There
Step
we
into
go.
2025. Yeah.
Hold on. How do you do it? How do you? What's this shit you do? I don't know. There.
No, we're
I'm
not. That's
using the
not
wrong
clocking. We're
fingers.
not clocking
Hold
that
on.
one. That's a round of applause.
I don't know.
We not. She clock. I mean, she clocking these haters.
I don't know what we're supposed to do. I'm
That's a
I'm
round
learning.
of applause.
She
Change across
clocking the naysayers, but
what are
we
we doing?
applauding the excellence.
It's funny. I had said the word naysayers the other day, and I was like, "Oh wow, my name is Nay." I was like,
Yeah.
naysayers, interesting.
Nay.
Nah, facts.
But
The
you
nay-
flip that. You flip that meaning totally.
no facts. So they could be saying no, but they still saying nay.
No,
They
that's
still saying
beautiful.
me.
That's a lot of Black excellence right there, and that's a thought to fruition. Because I know you thought about that a minute ago,
Here's
and boom, now here it
No,
is.
and it was so beautiful to kind of like bring something that hasn't existed into the world. Because yeah, I've been also writing like a fiction novel as well. And so yeah, to really bring something into the world in that way, like it got me thinking about magic and manifestation, like all differently. It's so dope.
Mhm. No, that's beautiful.
Like I've
This
been
is the
on
beginning,
shit
and
for
you're only 30.
only 30. No, and so like I've been creating so much. I'm like, is this a 3 year? I think this is actually my 4 year. But you know, I'm a number 3. Dang, I don't got my 3 chain on right now. But yeah, you know, I'm a number 3. And you know, 3 is all about the magic and the creation. And you know, 30, I said I was claiming 30 as my golden year too.
This
So
pretty
like,
much
when
is
I
your golden
say
year.
like
Yeah.
golden year,
Oh no, this totally
yeah.
is.
And I promise one of the prayers I pray over my hands, I pray over my head, my hands, and my legs each day. But one of the prayers I pray over my hands is that everything I touch turns to gold, meaning it is a fruitful, abundant, and successful period.
Amen.
So yeah, so y'all, this is the year to be creating something and going for it.
I love that, and that's beautiful. And I'm inspired.
There you go. So I'll make sure I can get my copy. You dig? Y'all make sure y'all get y'all copy out there.
I need some of that gold. I need some of the
If you
gold.
really want to
permanent.
learn, no, and boom, Nate's Touch is definitely going to be redropping too, and so that's just definitely for people who like want to learn a skill, want to learn a craft, like whether you just want to keep yourself in some, you know, some gold jewelry, or if you want to, you know, go into like sell and create. So that one's kind of very centered, but like my next project that will be coming out, I feel like everybody gonna need a copy. So this one is definitely kind of specific for the crafters, jewelers, creators.
And they've been needing that. They've been needing that.
No facts. But the next one's gonna be, can't wait.
That's exciting.
There we go. So I'm excited.
Renaissance, let's go.
Okay, so we're talking to the alchemist right now, right, Naomi? So I want to play this because I love when I see it's some stuff online that I'm like, online is stupid. But then there's some stuff that I see online, I'm like, okay, there we go. We're here for that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Shay.
So when I saw this, I like stuff like this. This is cool to me, right? Let's play this. Here we go.
This photo was taken at Disneyland in 1980. If you look in the far right-hand corner, that's a little girl named Donna. She was 5 years old in this photo, and this photo was taken by her mom while they were on vacation. 22 years after this photo was taken, she is going through her family photo album with her fiance, Alex, and they come across this photo. They're about to flip the page, and then Alex says, "Wait a minute, that's me." And Donna says, "What do you mean? The guy in the costume? This is you?" He's like, "No." He says, "This is me in the back in the stroller. That's my dad, and that's him pushing me in my stroller on our vacation." The crazy thing is they lived in Canada at the time, and Donna and her family lived in Florida. So they lived in two completely different countries, and they both happened to be visiting Disneyland at the same time. So they're both in shock and in disbelief, and they even go to Alex's home, get his family photo book, go through the photos of that vacation, and sure enough, they see him, his dad in the stroller. Dad's wearing the same outfit. It's 100% confirmed. So, more than 15 years after they met as adults, nowhere near this location, they were both at Disney at the same time, within a few feet of each other. And then they would go on to meet as adults, get engaged, they have kids of their own.
Life is just some trippy shit sometimes, bro. Like that would really trip my shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. That would trip me the fuck out.
No, life is like that, and that's so funny. Like, cause word to my new book that will be coming out, cause that's actually the title. But yeah, life is funny in that way, and I think it can actually be beautiful. Like, I don't know if that would trip me out. I think it would just show kind of like how
Like
things
that's really your person, right?
no, like how things can draw you together. One of my, like, speaking of the alchemist, one of my favorite quotes of the alchemist is, "So I love you because the entire universe conspired to help me find you." Like all this, like literally there was a force. Cause I know when it speaks to like, me finding my love too, it's like the chances in us having to meet, like, things literally had to happen a certain way for us to even meet. And I think it could be real beautiful and sweet in that way. And like, it kind of helps me have trust in the universe. Like, there's literally like this invisible force that works for you, which is what the alchemist is all about. And like, that's all that life is kind of about, is being able to align with this natural energy here that's always working for you. Like, and once you stop working against yourself, you can actually like come into alignment with that and like allow life to show up for you.
Yeah.
That's very true.
What say you,
Life
Line,
is
on
so
that?
powerful. It's like there's no mistake of anything. And that's why there's a billion ways to see that. And like life is here to show you that. It's like, bitch, you think for a second that I'm just coincidental. That's almost a slap in the face. Like I'm like everything is so T that how could it just be by coincidence that shit is moving the way it is? Absolutely not. And like you're no exception to that. You just have to remember that like you are no exception to that law and to that rule. But you have to know that too. But I was just talking to Tamara the other day. Like just we were grounding on just like whatever understanding we was trying to get. But I was just like, just imagine like the fact that we even met. Like I went to Arlington and that's where she was at and living, and like we met there. I jumped off the porch all the way to Arlington. I was like, I was gonna go to LSU. I was gonna go to TLU. I was gonna go to my mom wanted me at UTSA right down the street. But like I ended up choosing UT the fuck A based on the dorms. Like that's what pulled me in was the dorm, like of all things. But turns out I needed to be there to like meet Tamara. That had to happen. And so that's why I be saying to my friends too that be like hell bent on trying to force love. But it's like you can't even force, you might force your shit out the way, out of the actual meaning of what you need, or like out of the alignment of what you should have. So that just be confirmation for me. Those sorts of situations are just confirmation that like, okay, yeah. It's like, okay, thank God. It really is handled and it really is covered. That's another example. Same with the Bible. I feel like the Bible, I'm like reading the Bible right now a lot more than normal. And a lot of those stories are just, there's so much things are already prophesied. And like people get these visions and like they be saying, oh, this is going to happen like that. And that, but those just messages from God Himself or the universe, knowing how the story is going to unfold. So it's like we really at some point are like a part of this shit. We're just like a part of the thread to this big blanket. I'll say that. But the blanket's like sewn. Like the blanket's good. Like you don't really have to do anything. Like the blanket's good. You just be the thread. Just be.
It takes me back to the Matrix when Neo is talking to the Oracle and she offers that nigga some candy and he says, "You already know what I'm gonna, you already know what I'm gonna do." And she's like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you didn't come here to make a choice. You came here to understand like why you made the
Ooh.
choice. Like,
See, y'all
I know what
remind
it
me to
is
watch
already."
that movie. Y'all need to remind me. I keep forgetting that I need to see that movie.
Oh, it's
That's
been
just,
great. Like,
but
it's been great.
that totally
Especially
inspired.
at this point.
That inspired like my new era because I know like Neo was like pretend like he was the one, right? And turns out my name like Lionel. I'm like, oh wow.
Neo in it.
Yeah, it's totally the one. But like, I need to see that movie, obviously. But no,
Yes.
this shit goes deep. We could really have a whole episode on just the deep shits of life. Hello.
Yeah, like life is just I love that 6 degrees of separation. They say everybody is only like they say the entire planet is only like you and whoever else, you're only separated by 6 people.
The
Right?
mystics say we're not separate at all.
Oh, there you go. See? But we're just all so like everything. It's just amazing when you like, shout out to the to those women that the doctor said you got to talk to people some goddamn time, and then
Yeah.
you'll realize that like we're all really interwoven and connected, and it's not that much that many differences that we actually have. But people get caught up in their own worlds, they get caught up in their own matrix and doing what it is that they do, and
Yeah.
this is how the system is able to kind of
It's
stay
stuck
the
in the
way it is.
past. When you
But
like
when you
things
really
happen to
get
you
into
and you
it,
let that affect you to a point of changing you or like jading you, like then you really kind of get out of that loop. You kind of like throw yourself out of that because energy is gonna move in the way that it's gonna move unless there's an opposing energy. And a lot of times we're such instruments in these bodies. That's what I was saying. I was using an example of an instrument. And I'm like, well, we actually are instruments. I could just use our body as. I was like, think of a clarinet. But really, our bodies are instruments in that way. So we could totally just be thrown off the energy by our own energy. And so stay into that, like whatever that looks like, just whatever feels natural. That's how you would stay into that, play into that energy.
I
Whatever you
remember the
feel.
first time
Hello.
the first time I got checked about using the word beast was when I moved to San Antonio. I was talking about basketball, and I was like, "Yo, dude, a beast." And a brother, he wasn't that much older than me. He was like maybe a year or two older than me. He was like, "Yo, bro, you gotta stop. You gotta stop using that word." I was like, "What you talking about?" I'm like, "Nah, dude. I'm just talking about like his game on the court." He's like, "Nah, bro. Like you can't say dude's a beast." And like he started like breaking that because when you say he's a beast, like you're saying that word and da 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 da. You know what I mean? And I was like, initially I was like, bro, get the F out of my face. Like it ain't that deep, right? And then like as you grow and you start realize that like, spells, words have meanings, you know what I'm saying? You're saying these things, because in the athletic field, that's why I can't wait to see that movie that Marlon Wayans is in, him. I think that's
Yeah,
gonna be
so
a
many
great
people are
movie.
talking about that movie right now, for real.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that because in the sports world, we use a lot of words that really we probably shouldn't be not probably we shouldn't be using, but like the word beast is thrown around all the time. We call each other beast. You know what I'm saying? You a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And yeah, man, you just gotta be.
and that
I'm just
definitely invokes a certain type of energy.
it does.
Because I know my mama, there was a period, it was probably during middle school when I was around hella Mexicans, they say fool a lot. And so I would be saying fool, like, calling people fool. My mom was like, literally pulled up the scriptures, like talking about reading the Bible, right? Like, why you shouldn't call people fools and why you don't want to be a fool. Like, why that's definitely not something you want to be referred to, something you want to be referred as. Yeah. Or just be allowing that
I
to
actually
be.
had a black woman check me in college about calling her because I used to say fool a lot too. You know what I'm saying? She's like, hey, yo, don't say fool though. Don't call me fool. I was like, what you talking about? I'm like, I don't mean no. She's like, no, but you keep saying it. I was like, I'm just talking. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah. She
I
checked
definitely
me.
felt that way. I never like being called fool. Even when they start that trend, I'm like, do not call me that. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like I had to tell my little cousin that, like, no, they don't feel right in my spirit to ever be called that. Just like in my
I
spirit.
saw an older brother check.
No punk either.
I saw an older brother check a young bull at the gym like 2 months ago about calling him gang. Like something happened. He was like, "Hey, say gang." I'm just telling you that. He was like, "Hey, young." He's like, "Hey, young nigga, don't call me no gang." Like,
And not calling him a nigga in response is crazy.
well, no, I think he called him nigga like on purpose, right? Like I think he called him nigga because the way he said it, he said nigga with a lot of emphasis, right? I think he was saying it like nigga, right? Like because you're acting like a nigga, right? Don't call me gang, and then da 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 da. And then shout out to him because after we finished, like the young bull didn't get it at the time. He did pull him to the side after we finished playing and tried to drop knowledge. I don't know if the young bull got it at that moment. I don't think he got it at that time because he didn't want to hear what the old head was saying. But as an older gentleman, he did exactly what he was supposed to do, right? Now, like that young fella, if he continues his journey and growth, he'll get that at some point, and he'll be appreciative, right, for what that man did to him. So, that's what we just got. Sometimes it's just that simple, man. You just got to like drop the information and just leave it. You know what I'm saying? And you never know when somebody's gonna pick it up. Like a lot of people during the holiday season, they'll do quote unquote nice things for people, right? They'll, pay for groceries. They'll, give homeless people, whatever they do. And typically people do things because they feel, even if it's subconscious, they feel like they're supposed to do it because it's going to bring them something, right? But we all know like the true reality of life is like whatever you put out is what you're going to get back, right?
That's right.
I don't give a damn that you did this one thing on this one day for three out of this 365. The whole other 364, you were a piece of shit, right? So just because now you want to do something, no. Whatever you're putting out there, and this goes back to the whole, to tie it in, goes back to the whole speaking to people. You know what I'm saying? The whole, acknowledging another human and their presence, and just. Y'all get on me. I've tried to change because over the years, y'all have gotten on me about saying, hey, man, just because you a dude and you talk to a woman, that don't mean you want to, that you're sexualizing her, right? You can just genuinely want to speak and just say hello. It could be no intentions at all. Just saying hello. I don't fully believe that yet. I'm 60-40 still. Y'all helping me out. I'm 60-40 though. I'm 60-40.
Why I thought you were saying like you're 64 years old. I was about to say, damn, bitch, I didn't know you was that old.
Listen, I ain't that goddamn old. I ran 5
I was
miles.
about to say,
today.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know.
I ran 5 miles and damn near passed out today. Luckily, I seen one of my young bulls on the trail. One of my young bulls was on the trail. I seen him. Oh, he helped me out. I said, man, I seen that because I saw him. We dapped and I got to stop and fucking breathe. What up, boy? Yeah, right? Nigga, I wouldn't have made it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him.
There's so much power in what we say. Like I said, we are instruments, and I know for so long. So like my mom passed away in 2019, and so people for a long time have been saying, like your mom is so proud of you. Like she is so proud. Like I'm like how do you know that? Like when did she tell you that? Because she has not told me that. So I'm like, how would you even know that? But so for the first time ever today, I was like, it's my birthday, obviously. So I was just like, I hope I'm making you proud. Like, hopefully I'm making decisions that will make you. I actually said that for the first time. And so I got on TikTok earlier and somebody was live who was like an ancestral, like, connector, reader, whatever. And when I got on the live, like, she was just like, L.I. Stevens, like, please join this live. Please join this live. Like, I have to, like, talk to you. I have a message. I'm like, so I joined the live, and then she was just saying, like, yeah, like ultimately you have the faces of all the men in your bloodline. Like your face, I can see so many different ancestors through your face. Like you carry their loads in there, and that's heavy. But ultimately, it was like
telling you that too. That's
I know it's really crazy because the universe has been reaching me a lot, and so she was like, yeah, you carry their weight too, and a lot of it has to do with alcohol, to be honest. And I was like, well, this is actually day 23 of not drinking alcohol for me. So it's just like, wow, it's so powerful.
As these niggas turn up alcohol, go ahead.
Right, but no, she was, but it's because this is that's different for them. It's totally different. But so
I'm playing. Go ahead.
But no, she was saying like, your mom. I'm just getting in a heavy energy, which is why I wanted you to come up because your mom wants me to say that she is proud of you, and I'm like, oh wow, and it was like she is proud of you, and because you're showing up for your kids and for your woman in the way that the men in her life never showed up for her. And like making that decision to step away from this is like groundbreaking. And so many of the men like in your ancestry have like fought against that and just couldn't win that battle. And like you were carrying the weight and breaking chains in ways that you don't even realize. It was the craziest reading, and like I've heard people for so long say like your mom's proud of you, and I'm just like it didn't reach me. I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks. But like today, I actually said, I hope I'm making you proud, and that was the response I got. Like hours later, this person just saying, "Please let me read you. Please let me read you, please." And that was the message. It was crazy, you know. So
what you needed.
And that was my first time actually saying it though. Like I've never said like I wonder if she's proud of me. I hope I'm making her proud. And so like there's so much power in what we say. Like I just realized that even more. And I'm like, holy crap. Let me make sure my tongue
Oh, and
is
especially, and let me tell you, because that just goes with the times in 2025, things are manifesting at a certain rate. And so that's why it is kind of like you got to be careful with what you say more than anything right now, because things are very much coming into fruition, like with a quickness. Yeah, yesterday I was feeling like the veil was just very thin. Like, where I won't even get fully into it, but as we were kind of like talking about life and the people that even pop up in their reality and like kind of to go like metaphysical, when you realize, all the billions of people that kind of exist on earth, right? That we will majority never know. Like in the fact, so since there are billions of people that exist on planet Earth, the people that are in your life literally could have been anybody. Like the possibilities are endless for the souls, the beings that could show up in your life. And like, maybe hundreds of people, right? Maybe thousands of people. Like, and I was just thinking about this earlier because I think about such things, but I'm like, the people that I pull into my reality, the people that I know, the people that like I am actually like in relationship with, people that I care about and love, like it's so special. Like even on a soul level, more than just like this lifetime, I feel like it just recognizes like, okay, there's some type of knowing here. There's some type of connection. Even when it comes to like going very metaphysical, like even if you're thinking about like an artist that you fucking love, the fact that you've dreamed up this artist into your reality that exists, who rocks with you, and like there's someone playing that role behind it. It's like there's some type of connection, a knowing, and a tie there. So I feel like life can be just so expensive and beautiful in the way that it works, and especially when it comes to the people that I know, because it's like, yeah, like y'all definitely don't on accident. Like you're definitely not listening to this podcast on accident. Like if you know who Naomi Ellis is, it's like, yeah, there's a
Well, I
reason.
gotta listen. That was all beautiful. This is what No Strings was designed for. Was for that beautiful conversation. But I'm genuinely an asshole. So I gotta do it. I gotta play something that.
Where's this going?
Here we go.
I gotta do it. We had an auntie out here who was living her dreams and who was not giving up on her hip hop dreams. Let's go, auntie.
Oh, I love this video.
Come on, auntie. Finger wave. Finger wave.
I love her.
Hey.
And the mic is on. I love her.
Yeah. Let's go.
I love her. I will go see her live.
Who is this? This YN in the front ain't shit. This nigga ain't shit. He ain't shit. This nigga, whoever this is right here, he ain't shit. He looking at his phone. He ain't shit. He just looking down at his phone. He don't want to be there at all.
Please play my song.
Lord have mercy.
Run the track.
She was just trying to booty pop for y'all. Y'all not down with the booty popping, no?
She was a great performer. I'm giving her a 10.
There you go, Lionel.
I was with it.
You are going to Hollywood. Come get your ticket.
Lionel sending you through, see?
I am.
Booty popping. Booty popping.
I woke Tamara up like, I don't know if it was last night or the night before so I could show her that video. I was like, please look at this.
That's so crazy. Waking up with a good ass sleep. Like
I know, she was like, I'm like, please look at this. Look at this. But she killed her shit. She did her shit.
What do y'all think about all the controversy? I don't know if y'all been on one of these before. I've never been on a cruise. I don't fuck with cruises at all. but it's a lot of controversy behind these Carnival cruises now. A lot of white Americans are. It feels like they're upset because they saying you Negroes are taking over these Carnival cruises. Y'all out there with fans.
I had just heard that
I
Carnival.
thought that was the I thought that was the Negro cruise ship. Was the
Yeah,
Carnival.
look. that's what I've been hearing. Is that that is it. So
That's
maybe
where you go find your people.
people just didn't get the memo.
Right.
Okay, well maybe they just now figuring it out that Carnival is for the Negroes. That's what we do.
No,
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
was-
so many videos of people like on a different cruise ship, and then like the Carnival cruise ship is passing by, and it's like jumping, like that bitch is lit, and then the one that they're on is like crickets, like people just tanning, quiet, and then the Carnival drop rides by, and like that bitch is just lit, jumping, bouncing off the water.
Look, here goes a new rule from Carnival. Carnival said they are banning handheld fans after the viral boots on the ground video on their cruise ship went viral. They said that the clacking could cause accidental injuries. So they don't want y'all bringing them damn fans. Don't bring
But
them
they have
fans
that.
on.
That don't make sense.
They would have
That's
me.
what
That sounded about as dumb as fuck as the what was that place? The turkey leg hut rule when it came.
Oh
to
yeah,
like what
yeah.
the fuck? Like so, I feel targeted.
He really thought he was like Papados because I saw an interview with him addressing that, and he was like, "Well, you don't go to Papados, because you know his voice is like that. He's like, you don't go no bathing suit to Papados." But it's like you are a hut, the turkey leg hut, partially out, mostly outside. Most of the seating is outdoors. Anyway, it's not even like real outdoors patio. It's just like for real outside. So it's like that was a reach to even try to compare it to like a 5-star restaurant. The food was good to me. Some people thought the food was not that good. So he just should have let the people come while they can. Because now look,
Yeah.
same with Carnival. Let the people come. They don't be realizing the power of that black dollar and that buying power of that dollar. They think they could just talk their shit and then still get that boom. But no, it's gonna affect you when you say that shit to black people and you try to like isolate them or ostracize them for who the fuck they are. You know we got boots on the ground right now. Y'all know we getting to our roots. So why would you make a rule like that? You know we getting back to our Americana
And
Southwestern
then, like,
shit.
what if they genuinely want to fan themselves? Like, what the fuck?
It's
like,
hot, right?
Man, like, these fans have been existing on ships since ships have been sailing. Okay,
Right.
Here we go. Let's play this though.
Crazy.
That's racist. I can't believe how packed that boat is, though.
Yeah, they going. Listen, that motherfucker's packed. I don't know where they going to, but they might need to like rethink how many people they got on that motherfucker right there.
Yeah,
like,
that did look like a safety hazard. But how is the fan a problem, but not like the unlimited drink packages?
Ooh,
that don't make
China's
sense.
gonna
That's
have to-
clearly dangerous as fuck, especially if you get me on that boat and you give me that unlimited tequila. It's up. So like that would be more the thing. Like look into that maybe.
Yeah,
Not
a
a
lot of
fan.
people were like had different opinions because they saying, you know, the Carnival cruise used to be family and da da da. I saw a lot of white folks complaining. But like, listen, I pay my money just like you did, right? If I'm not breaking any rules on the boat just because you don't like that. I saw somebody saying they putting all their trash outside the door. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to put the trash outside the door, and then the staff comes by and picks everything up. Like they're like, but they had so much. Like, okay, well, why the fuck are you worried about how much trash I got in my?
You need to get on that Disney cruise with your kids if that's the problem.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Or like break the bread to get on whatever fucking cruise.
Yeah, get your money up. Get your money up so that you can go on a different cruise then.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you can afford is Carnival, and we all on here. It's up on Carnival, goddamn.
You with the general population today, baby.
It's like trying to have fucking standards and you flying Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this: when I fly Spirit, I only fly in those first 1, 2, 3 rows. I don't fraternize. I don't fraternize with you Negroes back there. It's not if I'm going Spirit, I need the upfront big seats. I'm not. Yeah, I can't do that. I tried. The way my knees work at this age, oh Lord, have mercy, no. No, I tried it and I was miserable. I said, no, sir, I can never
You
do
need
it.
to oil them knees up.
I've
I've
been
been thinking about the
trying.
knees for
I'm like,
years.
that's so scary to even
My
like.
wife told me I need to just go and get a damn knee replacement. I said, hold on, that's for old folks. She said, nigga. I was like, hold
A whole
on,
new
wait a
knee.
minute. I was like, wait a minute.
No, like you probably should be looking at it now. Like get it done in your 40s, less risk. Like you'll
Yeah,
bounce.
that's true. You'll be able to recover better.
I'm not letting
Yeah.
these folks cut me open. No, I'm
I
not
feel like
doing
they
it.
have a shot that I'm thinking of, like a shot you can
So
put
they
in
used to,
there.
so they can inject like they call it like the chicken shot because it's
Some
like
WD-40.
it's made it's made of like some chicken fat and some other stuff they can put in there to like, and it gives you temporary relief, but like you will have to get another one eventually because it'll wear out after however much time. So you'll have to get it again. And I didn't want to start that process. I could have done that some years ago. Like I don't, if I gotta do it like to keep doing it, like I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So
I have watched this show on Netflix, and it was like a Turkish show. So it was like a foreign show, but like it kind of went into, and it ended up being like very spiritual. And it was like kind of showing that like the illnesses, the injuries, the diseases that we can have in our body and we could be like experiencing can be like literally traced back through like the family of origin, like traced back through your ancestry for why that is coming up now. And it could also be healed because, you know.
Oh, hold on. So you saying like this is something that maybe has been like through my
Well,
line?
that's just something I always consider whenever like,
Gotcha,
you know,
yeah.
because yeah, it definitely could be something that you're predisposed to, or yeah, different things.
I got something for y'all. I want to know how y'all feel about this. This is interesting because hold on. Okay, Torian's not a parent, but he works with kids. Pause.
And he loves the kids.
Torian does. Shout out to Torian. How y'all feel about this? I forgot her name. What's her name? Let me see her name first. Hold on. What's her damn name? Jesus. Hold on. Let me get the name.
Is it Rashida?
No. Shout out to Rashid. We're gonna get to her freestyle in a minute. But Jada, is it Chavez? What's her? Is that her name?
I thought it was Cheese. Jada Cheese. So.
Okay, so Jada, she got some flack recently online, and I promise you, I'm so damn blind. When I first saw like the photo, I was like, why people tripping? I thought people were tripping because of like the skirt she had on. It wasn't until they finally like broke it down and they were talking about her little boy's shoes that he got on. Listen, you know me, I support the LGBTQ community. Those are little girl shoes. Those aren't little boy shoes. So like that's, you know, whatever y'all want to do with that information, that's up to you. But though, okay, let me let her talk.
Those are kids' shoes.
No, they're not.
Then sometimes, like when things happen,
I just swear
and,
I
like,
had some
people
shoes that
just be,
looked like that when I was younger.
speaking and like just so obsessed and opinionated about something that do not make their world spin. It made me realize, like, why are people like this? And I try to really understand and sympathize with them. And then I just realized, like, that's why God put people like that on earth, to remind me of what I never want to fucking become. That's like the most loserous mentality to have, to sit and worry about somebody that much, a 6-year-old at that. I can't even fathom. Like when it comes to kids, I don't even like have a mental capacity to even care unless someone is in danger or something like that. But like other than that, I don't give a fuck what a child is wearing, how their hair look. As long as they look clean and they are smart, that is all that concerns, and not in danger. That is all that concerns me. Everything else is just like
Well, shout out to you, you know, but you know, we can also observe and see that those are, I think all the people were saying was that those are little girl shoes. We all got to, Torian, you're not going to acknowledge that those shoes are technically little girl shoes.
I think they could probably be unisex. I just see their sandals. Is
Stop.
it because
Lionel would not put his boys on those
is it because they're sandals? I mean, I could see, but I just
Stop it. What little boy wears? Those are the Monica
I mean,
sandals.
I feel
Ain't
like
no little
there's
boy wearing
already
the Monica,
Those are not the
the Monica
Monicas,
sandals.
Those
Those
are not
are
the
not.
Monicas.
Those are the Monica sandals. Stop this stuff.
No, those are sandals that little kids wear.
But
Stop.
you know, like
I've
black
never
men
worn
are
those sandals in
still,
my life.
you know, black men are still very triggered to show their feet. Like they can feel like showing their feet can be a little too feminine. Like black men barely wear sandals.
No, the black folks in the comments agree with me because they was like, "We hear you, but those are little girl sandals, though."
Okay, and what if the baby wanted those shoes?
Well, listen, I got no problem with it, but like my thing is though, like
I'm
when
like,
you put it
have
on,
you ever like talked to a child who like has an opinion on like what
no,
they
that's not my. So my point is right when you put like this is my point to her. When you put something on the internet, you can't then be mad at an opinion at the internet because you didn't have to give this to us. You gave it to us. So like we're just reacting like you put it out there and now you put it out there for public consumption.
She didn't think about it.
Well, that's her.
Probably wasn't a big deal for her.
She tried to double down, and the public, the public felt the way, like people just. If you put something out there to the public, it's up there for public consumption.
And they are also, and so like, yeah, it is up for public consumption. And then she's still right to be like triggered over shoes. Just like the same people, it's the same people that was triggered over somebody saying hi to them in a grocery store. Like it's like, okay, there's a disconnect.
I don't disagree with you. And
I mean,
one rule that I have on this show is I don't critique the way somebody raises their kids. I'm only bringing this up because
I'm like, it's 2025. So even if like the boy wanted to wear girl shoes, that's literally kind of like where we're at.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So let's go further. Let's go further. Fuck it. Let's go further. Here we go. I love this. Let's go further. I don't know how. I think she said he's 6, 8.
Yes,
7?
6.
Okay.
You heard
what if you wanted to wear a skirt?
Some parents would agree to that. When I worked at a daycare, and I was working at the daycare on campus at my university, right? So I was having like all the professors' children. So these are like highly very much. And I think she was also like a women's studies professor, right? So on that type of vibe where it's like, there's a lot of gender fluidity there. Like there's not a whole lot of like restriction and strict rules on like what a boy needs to wear or what a girl needs to wear, and not really
right
things. And so there was a time like her baby was playing dress up and like he wanted to keep wearing a tutu. Like he had a big sister and she had a tutu and he wanted it. And so like the mama let her do it. Okay. And so, or let him do it. It was a boy.
And look, just for the record, I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying I'm not knocking it one way or the other. I'm just literally asking.
I think it will come down to different things. It's probably not something I would be comfortable with, but on a level, I believe in gender roles, and so like I believe in certain like things like that. But I also have like a child, an Aries child is that who is very like opinionated, like who has no problem like speaking up for himself. And there was a time, he was Captain America for Halloween, maybe when he was like 3 or 4 years old. And he wanted to wear his Captain America suit every day. He did like for months. Like there was like a whole phase where like I could barely get him out of this, right? Like, cause he just loved it so much. That's what he liked. That's what he wanted to be on.
Right.
Obviously he's not still doing that anymore. Cause children,
Captain America
are allowed to like things at a time and then they grow out of it. And so I can understand like not wanting to be like so fucking controlling over it to where, but there's a balance you have to find.
I just think it's an interesting question. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people were like very, they were very opinionated about that. Again, me, I don't judge how anybody raises their kids. Like, I think that's the worst thing I can do is tell somebody how to raise their kids because I'm not in your household. I recently read, so I got to find that book. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I got to find that book. I recently read something where I don't remember the author. I wish I could credit him, but he was saying that that siblings aren't raised in the same. He doesn't believe that anybody is raised in the same household, basically, right? the thought is that there's always going to be a difference.
Mhm.
If you're depending on how many siblings you have, what order, right, you are in that sibling count, where
Facts.
your part,
Who the parent is, like what daddy, who the mama, and who the daddy is.
right,
It changed
right.
shit.
Well, no, he was saying even if all of
Or
y'all,
even in the
let's say it's four of y'all and all y'all have the same. He was saying even if it's four of y'all and all y'all have the same mom and dad, it's still y'all are not being raised in the same house. Because if Naomi's the first kid, right, your experience growing up is different than Torian as the second kid, which is different than Lionel as the third kid, which is going to be different as me as the baby, right? All of that is different because not only are we different in order, but we're different in your parents' journey through life, right? So when they had you, they were at this stage, and now they're at a different stage with you and Torian. Now at a different stage with you, Torian, and Lionel, and now at a different stage with you, Torian, Lionel, and me, right? So like everybody gets raised a little bit different. You don't get the exact same parent because that parent isn't in that same space they was in, right?
True.
When you were one versus now that it's 3 years later and they got multiple. So it's gonna vary. It was interesting because I never thought about it that way. I always thought me and my sister were raised in the same household. I never thought about, obviously there's gender roles. I knew that, but I never thought about the fact that my parents were in a different space raising two kids now, right? Like a boy and a girl. How do they deal with that? And like, yeah, it was an interesting read. I wish I could give them credit so y'all can go pick it up, but I can't. I'm looking, I don't even see the motherfucker. I got too many books. That's why I'm going blind. I'm gonna go blind. My prediction, knock on wood, hopefully not, but I'll
Right,
probably
speak into existence.
well, it just is what it is. Shit, My
And
my
that's
eyes.
true. That's so true on all levels. That's even true on like if you zoom out and you think of like black people and you think of like how like we just existed and had to exist so differently based on whatever time it was and like what the environment was given. So like
Right,
so then you have black people like us today or even Gen Z, like that's totally different. Which I don't know,
right.
I feel like I'm on the cusp of Gen Z and Gen X. Or no, millennials and Gen Z. I'm like right on the cusp. But it's like totally different nonetheless. And like they have a lot of things that our grandparents couldn't even fathom like experiencing at that age and being like, what kind of shit is this? But it's a blessing. It's definitely growth and it's progress and it's expansion and it's good.
Yeah, it
they have
is.
so much information. I remember I had seen like this like meme video or whatever, and it was like millennials talking to Gen Z, and it was like or talking to like the little alphas, like whatever ones would be in high school now, but
Right, right.
like y'all can't y'all wait or y'all can't wait to like grow up and get like a house and a car, right? And they're like, no, interest rates are way too high, like we will never like buy a house right now, like, and doing a car, like, no, it's better off to just like live with your parents and like you can like yeah, but like when I was young, like I just wanted to like move out and doing my own thing.
Right.
Yeah, these niggas are thinking so. They have so much information to where it's like a lot of things have
And we
lost.
didn't have that much
Yeah,
information.
like it's lost their zeal. Like, cause
Even though we still did have a lot, we didn't have that much. I remember thinking, how am I ever gonna afford to build a house? I was like, I'm gonna have to buy the doors, the doorknob, the locks. Like I thought, like you have to buy each piece of the house to build it. I'm like, I could see how a house could be hundreds of thousands of dollars if you gotta buy every tile, you gotta buy every light, every window, and you gotta pay somebody to build the shit. I was like, how am
Right.
I ever gonna
where a
afford
lot,
that?
and that's where a lot of it go. That's
No,
where
seriously.
go is what's no.
Have y'all seen this right here? They introduced the first Barbie with it's not fun, with type 1 diabetes.
That's good.
Wow, that's inclusive.
It is super inclusive, goddamn me.
Yes, because I had a
It
coworker whose
is
son
super
had type 1
inclusive.
diabetes. No, that's such a real thing. I had a friend, a coworker whose son had type 1 and he was like in high school. And that was real. She would talk to me all the time about like just the everyday struggles of like what that journey was like for them.
Yeah, I remember Nick Jonas. I remember when we learned like that he had diabetes and he was so young and like, yeah,
Right.
well, it is, yeah, it is, and I feel like that's just part of like what Barbie has been doing.
Right.
Like, because Barbie literally does kind of have a doll for almost everyone, like, because they want, every little girl.
You know what's crazy? My youngest daughter, she got her Barbie dollhouse that she has in there. It has a wheelchair accessible um elevator on her dollhouse.
Because that's what I was thinking. They do have a Barbie that's in a wheelchair too.
Yeah, it's a wheelchair accessible, like
It
the
will literally need to be accessible because she needs to use the Barbie dream house too.
right there. You go.
Right.
So yeah,
Literally, yeah.
Now, she just
it's
broke her
real.
leg, but she's still Barbie.
Yeah, it is. She's still with it. You know, it's still Barbie out here. Don't get it fucked up.
Did y'all watch the Barbie movie?
I've never seen it. No.
I did.
The Barbie movie was so great. You should watch it, right? You would love it because like they go into patriarchy. No, you would love it.
There we go. I love
You
that.
love it. Like you'll get to see because like Ken's in there. And so like they're in Barbie world, but they end up coming to the real world. And in Barbie world, like Barbie's the shit.
Right.
So like Ken comes and he learns about like the patriarchy.
Ken start flexing.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You gotta watch that shit. I was like, oh wow.
I know.
Ken start talking crazy, like fuck out of here.
No, like literally he ends up taking over Barbie world and like infecting him with patriarchy.
Shout out to Ken. Hey, fuck out of here. Get with some
They ate that.
No, it was so good. I was like, oh wow.
How do we feel about as a collective? How do we feel about Tokyo Tony? Because here she goes
like
now.
Lionel have different opinions from me already.
Let's go, Tokyo.
I love Tokyo Tony.
Quite a few times, and to the same person on 3 separate occasions. It is the loyalty through good and bad times. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses because nobody's perfect. Nobody has a heaven or a hell to put anyone in. In everyone's life, at some time, our inner fire goes out.
I can't with like they got the little gremlin next to
I'm
it.
like, I can't even focus on what she said. It looks just like
They get on my nerves so bad. The internet. I can't even focus on my bitches saying.
But
like
essentially,
they with the dog, that was fucking deep right there. Like they did a perfect job. They were like, I know exactly what the bus.
I know.
I know exactly what she looked like right now.
Tokyo Tony is doing counseling at $3,450 per session. Would y'all go to Tokyo Tony for some counseling?
No, I wouldn't.
For like what? Like does she even have like no. I don't unless I guess she would be counseling like not like what not to do. I'm like maybe it could like be coming from that. Cause I'm like, but where is like the thing I could look at and be like, okay, she really got this down packed. Like I can she knows what she's saying. Like
she was giving
has
$600
to, like, accumulate an experience, but it's like she doesn't have anything I would like to experience.
You good. That gift is doing too much for you.
But you can't keep a real one down because you said Tokyo Tony Enterprise got shut down by a motherless hoe, basically. But now this is her bounce back.
Okay, well, shout out to Tokyo. I'm not mad at her.
It's pure entertainment. She's purely entertaining.
Yeah, get your coin. Okay, I hate to end on a sad note, but I gotta indict my generation. A lot of these late 90s, early 2000s performers, they're doing festivals now. Essence Festival just passed, and Lord have mercy. Trina, I love Trina. I think that when she says she's the baddest, I'm with you, Trina. I was with you when you had that moniker. But this performance, y'all gotta perform better. I'm sorry.
I can't believe she's performing.
And the clock in the motherfucking morning. I can't take it.
Hold on, you gotta listen to the back. Listen to the background.
In the motherfucking morning, I can't take it.
Trina, you need You hear the person in the background was like, I can't take it. Is this it? Shit. Like, is this over? Like, what the fuck? Okay, let's go, Trina. Turn up. That ain't it.
I would have been going hard just off the strength of.
Yeah, that ain't it, Trina. I'm gonna be honest with you. That ain't a good. I don't.
Roya hated Trina. It's okay.
I love
What's
Trina.
her sign? I wonder what her sign is. I think she's a Sag.
I'm like, I'm getting like fall December.
Look, the Trina was only the setup, Torian, because this next one I'm finna give you, this hurts my heart. Because she is truly, and I believe it with all my heart and soul, that she is the queen of hip hop soul. But if this is the way
I was gonna say what you gonna play this,
but if this is the way she performing, I don't want to see this bullshit.
No way. Please rewind it. Please rewind. Please.
Come on, you just moving your arms now? You just standing there moving your arms? That's what we doing?
Change my life.
That's so fucked up, man. At least give her your normal kicks. There you go. Come on.
She started off, she just got a little tired. But she ain't got
She almost fell getting up right there.
No, she did.
Listen, if your dance moves is just you moving your hands, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a free festival, I'm going. But if I gotta pay for those tickets, Mary J, I promise you, I'm not showing up.
That's why you just pay. You just go to concerts to artists that you enjoy. Cause
I love Mary though. I want to hear Mary.
Okay, you hear her?
Yeah, like I would have been moving. I'm like, that was my mama ringtone. I'm like,
You need to see her dancing. I wouldn't go to Mary J. Blige to see her dancing.
I would want to see them kicks. I thought
yes, I want to see the Mary
J.
dance.
It's not the 90s. It's not 05. Like
you better make it like that. That's why I'm paying my money.
And that's what that's what you got to stop touring.
Yes, I'm with Lionel. I want the Mary J. I want the full Mary J. experience.
Yeah. See, and I'm like, I guess I don't need that from a concert. Like, I don't need like a full on like dancing shit, especially if it's like a singer. Like, I guess
like the Mary J. shit and the kicks and the.
You saw a few minutes. I'm sure she hit.
She was just doing hand movements. She was doing Tybo. I don't know what the fuck that.
Fine. The old Mary would have been whoo, wham, kick you, wham, drop, back up.
Yeah. Like,
I feel like there is a point in time. I don't know. I think that's. I also kind of blame Beyonce. She really got the whole game fucked up right now. People are thinking that they can.
No, and maybe that's what people are like looking.
They're comparing it to Beyonce.
I need a full.
Well, not comparing, but I feel like these artists are thinking they can do more than they can do.
Oh, got you. They're seeing Beyonce what she's doing. They're like, oh, I can do some more on my show.
The labels are like pushing them to do this shit or something. But also, like, you'll see more artists are trying to perform in stadiums too now. Like, that's the Beyonce effect.
That's very difficult. Yeah, to do stadiums.
And but I think that this is a part of like people seeing that and feeling like, okay, let me get on that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's sometimes you gotta just stay in your lane. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes just stay where you're at and just, have a good time.
Like TLC says, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
You did? Don't go chasing them waterfalls, goddamn it. Like, you good where you at. All right, let's get up out of here, man. We had a good time tonight. We celebrated One Lionel, man, this is his day today. It's still you still got some more time, man. Y'all shout out to Lionel,
Yeah, I had
man.
a really nice day. I've had such a good day, filled with a lot of
I'm
love,
glad to hear
honestly.
that. I'm glad to hear that. I've seen so much growth in this brother, man. I met him before he thinking, did y'all have any kid?
Yeah, I
Oh
think
no,
Nas was like
Had Nas.
1 or 2. He was
yeah,
probably
Nas
one
was
when I
very,
first met
very,
him.
yeah, I think he was like one. Yeah, he was little. But no, I've just seen so much growth over the years. Not only just not only as a family man, but just as a man. You know what I'm saying? Just maturity. Um, Throughout the years on this show, it's documented. So I'm personally, let me make sure I before we leave here, I'm saying that I'm proud of you, right? I know I'm not your mom, but I'm proud of you, right? As an older brother, who has, I was introduced to you by my wife because, unlike these other women, she spoke at work, right,
Mhm.
and befriended you, and so, the first time I met Lionel, we met at Wayne's Wings, and this nigga
Black
brought
on, it's black
we
on.
did. Black owned wings restaurant. I didn't know. I had just moved here. I didn't even know Wayne's Wings was black owned, and I definitely didn't know that motherfucker was BYOB. So when I met Lionel up there, this nigga pulled up with a whole thing of goddamn Long Island iced tea. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what are we doing?
I was like, hi, nice to meet you. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna
This
meet these
nigga was
people
like,
randomly,
as I'm sitting down, he's pulling me up. I'm like, I'm looking around, like, I don't know what the hell we're doing here, sir. But yeah, man, like Lionel has been nothing but genuine since the day I met him. I salute him, his queen, right? The whole family. We really appreciate him for adding his perspective to No Strings, being a part of the show, and being a part of my life, right? Because you know, you never know how you affect someone, in their day to day in their life. It could just be something that you say that at the time maybe it doesn't land, but like it resonates later. You drop something out there and you pick it up later, or you just it just adds something like Lionel. I mean, I Lionel, like Torian was saying earlier that he saw that TikTok, and until Naomi jumped in the chat and said something that like he didn't really see the other side. So sometimes it's good to just see another perspective, and it was so refreshing for me to have a younger black brother on the show, who had a big personality, who a great perspective on life, and who was aware at even a young age in his early 20s of already of who he was. And he was in my opinion, he was always aware of the fact that he was evolving, right? And he I believe that you always embrace whatever was coming next. So I know that you in your 30s now, and I'm sure it's going to be a great journey for you. So I just hope that I can be here with you through that journey. So I salute you, black man. Peace.
I appreciate that a lot, seriously.
No doubt. No doubt, man. All right, let's get up out of here.
Happy July 9th, everybody.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all leave them fireworks alone, though. I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. People been blowing their hands off and all kinds of crazy stuff. So leave them fireworks alone. And y'all speak to somebody in Kroger. Torian don't like Kroger. Torian said that what
The
you say?
vibes
You
are off
said
in Kroger. The vibes are off. Go to HEB instead.
Unless you're looking for that deal, then go to Kroger.
I'm
Check
an
the Kroger app.
girl, no, but my mom swears by Kroger's coupon.
No, it is. I'll be like,
Feel
wow.
like when you have the deals, but if you don't have the deals, Kroger is too expensive for me. I don't like that.
Okay, so there you
And
go.
like,
So
yeah, HEB got enough of the
so
deals.
HEB and Target. So Torian said Target is a good spot to highlight.
No, we don't shop in Targets. I thought we were still boycotting.
I'm with it, but Torian broke the boycott.
But it was niggas there. I was like, wow. Like,
You know what's crazy?
People be
is that
sneaking and shopping at Target.
I had completely forgotten when I was in San Antonio. I did run into Target and buy something, and I had forgot about that because I had never really fully committed because I don't. And I was kind of like off socials when like niggas was like doing and making all the preparations and decisions. So nobody told me in real life, and so
there you go. So Naomi said, "You didn't tell me it wasn't real."
Right. That's all right. Okay.
There we go. Well,
There's gonna
Torian
be
didn't
over
care
soon.
anyway.
Y'all can shop in peace.
All right, we up out here tonight, and Torian gave me the login for the TikTok, so I'm a TikTok nigga now. Let's get up out of here, man. Peace, y'all. Y'all be. Yo, yo,